And a lot of people like to flip to flower fast. I'm one of those people. I would love to, if every single run was a 30-day veg and I could flip to flower, that would be great. And I'm talking veg from when the seed sprouts on the medium. That's usually what I call day one. And then I just count the days up from there. And some people are like, oh, the first couple weeks are seedling. Okay. But, generally speaking, 30 days from when it sprouts from the medium, I would love to flip, and I've done many runs where I can, and that's kind of like a personal goal for me, I guess you could say, because I'm not growing massive plants. I'm growing smaller plants, so I can actually get away with a 30-day flip. Now, what is considered a fast flip is subjective. It depends on your personal goal, right? Mine's 30 days. Rob's might be different. I know Pigeons, I believe, veg is for longer. His might be 50 or 60 days, right? So what is considered a fast time in veg is totally subjective.
Subjective for sure. But you know what? If you're trying to push it and trying to do the least amount of time, one would assume you're not trying to put on a whole lot of training. Maybe you're doing a sea of green and you just want to get these girls just up above the pot, straight into flower, just no time at all. It's going to be a challenge because you don't want any hiccups. You don't want to have any errors because these errors will prolong that veg time, and you're going to be working a little bit longer. So yeah, and I do veg generally a little bit longer. So for me, the fastest time is 60 days. If I can get it in and out of the veg tent in 60 days, that's right on time. That's in the shortest amount of time, and I'm ready to go. So yep.
Yeah. Well, I think starting out, you say this often, starting with genetics. But getting a genetic that has a lot of vigor in veg phase, that grows really quick, that's not too short and squatty, that's not going to take too long to actually get to the point you can maybe put it within a trellis or a scrog net or flip it into flower. And also knowing something that's going to be able to stretch the right amount when you flip. If the breeder has that information available, you'll be able to actually look and see, well, this is going to take, maybe 14, I'll do a 2-week veg, and then I flip to flower, it's going to double or triple in size. You can predict your canopy size then and how many plants you may need to grow to get a nice even canopy. I think that's a big factor is just finding out a little bit about the lineage and some information about those growth characteristics, and then it'll help you start off at a good point for something that'll grow quicker.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think you kind of nailed it on the head. If I was going to try to push through, and this is kind of, goes against... No, it goes against morals. No, morals. The idea is that I want to go automation. I want to take the human error or human element out of the equation if I'm trying to get it as done as fast as possible.
Robots.
So robots are taking over for me. I've got the.
I'm done. I just hired R2D2.
In fact, if you haven't realized that I'm AI already, I want to make sure that the tent's going to be moderated. I'm going to be able to just walk up, see humidity, see temperature, VPD, got everything dialed in, fantastic, walk away. That way, I know that I'm not fluctuating, turning things up, turning things down. So automation, I think, really helps if you're trying to shorten and decrease the amount of hiccups.
Yeah, narrowing it down to environment. I mean, geez, humidity, temperature, it makes things a lot easier when you have that controller, and you can just pull up your phone and open up an app and see the temperature, humidity, and if it's out of range, you're getting alerted on your phone. So if you're in the other room, you can come in and make adjustments, whether it be empty out your dehumidifier, add in water to your humidifier, and dial in that, because a consistent or a good environment is going to allow for optimal plant growth. And if it's outside of that range, you could have stunted growth for sure.
That's exactly why you should get yourself a controller 6.9 by AC Infinity. Code the stash 15.
They definitely help. It definitely helps. And there are a number of monitors that'll assist, but having one that speaks to everything is definitely an asset for you as well.
Well, it boils down to also making sure you have the right equipment that can speak to it, because we are in a day and age of smart technology, and some things can help with a simple Google app, with a smart app, or the Amazon or the Alexa app. Those things can work decent enough. But when you're looking at things like your VPD, your vapor pressure deficit, which can help towards more vigorous growth, you want something that's more accurate and that's going to read everything and it's going to be right and tight with your grow and optimize for plants.
Agreed. One thing I think that can kind of get lost without automation, because we're not really there yet, is lighting. Now we have light movers, but we
Those are
don't
pretty baller.
pretty
too.
baller. We just don't have anything that's adjusting the height of the light to the canopy as it progresses through the veg.
Neither of you guys watch Scrog School.
Due time.
It was a while ago now.
Not
but
all
it
of
was
us can
last
afford to
season.
have a small person come and lower and raise our
No,
lights
dude,
for
this
us.
guy rigged a system that he had these pulleys and it was automated to go up and down. Well, I think he could pull it.
Okay.
And he had to go up and down for him. Like it was so cool.
It's just not going to have a sensor determine the top of the canopy, read the leaf temperature.
That was the AI video you and I talked about. We created that product for the people watching. Remember?
That's
And then they
right.
took the idea and
That's
called
right.
it the Grow Bro or
Yeah,
something.
that's the future.
That's the future,
That's the
baby.
one.
So yeah,
That's
so
the
needless
one.
to say, for me, if I wanted to get through veg as fast as possible, I'm actually going to keep that light almost as squat and low as possible as I can to kind of manage the stretch. If it's a stretchy, if it's a lanky one, well, I'm not going to give it a whole lot of options. I'm going to try to keep it as low as I can so it doesn't get away from me.
This FTS clip was brought to you by AC Infinity, leaders in garden innovation. Use discount code TheStash15 at checkout to save some money on your order.
From the Stash Podcast.